One of the classic and beloved tropes of the comic world is the Who Would Win debates. These debates pit heroes against heroes, villains against villains, and love to compare the power of magic, super abilities, wit and technology, as the MCU continues to one-up itself with bigger and badder villains who go head-to-head with increasingly powerful heroes. One can't help but wonder how those villains would fare against each other. Thanos was the big MCU villain and he had multiple appearances over numerous films. Now it's Kang the Conqueror's turn. Though these two terrifying villains have rarely faced each other in the comics, now would be a good time to see which would win in a battle. First, we are going to discuss why Thanos would win against Kang the Conqueror. He has the power advantage. Kang is a waifu, but as far as powers go, he doesn't have any. He has futuristic weaponry that helps him out in battle, as well as armor that enhances his strength and durability. However, take any of that away, and he's just a normal human. Thanos, on the other hand, is an Eternal from Titan, and one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Thanos is remarkably hard to hurt because of his eternal physiology, and can go toe-to-toe with powerhouses like Thor and Silver Surfer without flinching. Few beings can match his power, and as good as Kang is, Thanos would be able to take him apart. The Black Order could be used to soften Kang up. The Black Order are Thanos' go-to henchmen, and even though they haven't been seen in a while, that doesn't mean they are gone. The group is extremely powerful and deadly. And while it's hard to see Kang fall to a bunch of henchmen, they could serve another, very important purpose: weakening Kang. Thanos isn't the sentimental type. He would have no qualm sending his henchmen at Kang in order to take him down. He wouldn't care very much if they were all killed in the fight as long as they served their purpose, which would be to weaken the Conqueror enough for Thanos to swoop in and easily take him down. Thanos' sheer cruelty means he'll do anything to win. Thanos is not a pleasant being, in fact, as has one of the cruelest beings in the universe. For example, when he had the Infinity Gauntlet, he put Nebula into a torturous state of undeath just because she told people she was his granddaughter. This cruelty lends him a surety of purpose and an unpredictability that would make him very hard for Kang to beat. Beyond that, Thanos' cruelty and desire to inflict pain on others makes him a dishonorable foe, which isn't something Kang is used to facing. Thanos will do anything to win. This makes him very hard to prepare for, which will take away a lot of Kang's advantages. Even gods fall to Thanos. Kang is tough, but he can't beat gods. Sure, he can outsmart gods like Thor, but that's not exactly hard. As formidable as Kang and his weapons are, even he knows to trade lightly around the powers of the universe. Thanos doesn't have this problem. He's been known to run through gods and cosmic beings like they were nothing. Part of this is his massive power advantage, but part of it is also because he's smart enough to know their weaknesses. Thanos has no problem battling the most powerful beings in the universe and taking them down. He can even single-handedly defeat Phoenix hosts. He's the universe's greatest threat. Kang is tough and all, but he can't match Thanos when it comes to presenting a bigger threat. Thanos is the greatest villain in the Marvel Universe. Everyone is afraid of him. He's spent his life spreading terror throughout the universe, and he's the type of foe that it takes a concerted effort to defeat. He's just such a grave challenge, and it's doubtful Kang would be up to the task. Kang is wily and tough, but he can't really stand up to Thanos' massive advantages. Few beings out there can, and while Kang would certainly try, it probably wouldn't go very well for him. Thanos has faced down things that Kang can imagine and come out the other side. Now why Kang the Conqueror would win against Thanos? He's the master of time. Kang's access to time machines is his greatest weapon. He's too much of an honorable man to go back in time and kill his foes in their cribs, but he's shown he has no problem manipulating the time stream to his advantage. Thanos has faced down a lot of foes, but has rarely faced down anyone who has Kang's access to time. Kang can go to every one of Thanos' defeats, see how they were accomplished, and use those plans against him. He can summon beings from across time that can defeat Thanos. His unprecedented access to every time and place gives him a massive advantage over Thanos. He has weapons Thanos has never encountered before. Kang hails from the 31st century. Technology has grown a lot in 1,000 years, and Kang doesn't just have access to human technology. He's conquered everything he can, giving him access to alien tech. On top of that, he has a collection of the greatest weapons from across time, future and past. Kang has weapons in his arsenal the likes of which Thanos can't imagine. It's conceivable that Kang has weapons made specifically for use against Thanos. And he almost certainly has weapons that can hurt Eternals. Kang's arsenal could give him the advantage he needs against Thanos. Thanos has been known to defeat himself. One of the most intriguing moments in Infinity Gauntlet occurred in issue 5. Nebula had just wrested the gauntlet from Thanos, and Adam Warlock and Doctor Strange had retrieved the Titan for help against her. Warlock and Thanos had a long discussion where Warlock revealed something about Thanos that made all of his prior defeats make sense. Thanos beats himself. Thanos doesn't feel worthy of victory or the power he craves. This causes him to subconsciously undermine himself, allowing his foes to get the win over him even though he vastly overpowers them. There's a good chance that Kang will be able to beat Thanos because Thanos basically won't let himself win. He's a master strategist. Kang is one of the Avengers' greatest foes, and that's not because he can overpower them. Sure, he's formidable, but in a straight-up brawl, the Avengers would hand his head to him. Kang is able to fight against them so well because as a master of strategy, Kang comes from a future in which he conquered everything in his way. The man knows how to strategize. Kang isn't just going to run in and go head-to-head against someone like Thanos without a plan. In fact, he's going to take a very long time with that plan. Because Thanos is one of the most dangerous beings to ever exist, and Kang wouldn't want to leave anything to chance against him. He could use the cross-time Kang attack. One of the most interesting things about Kang is that there are multiple versions of him running around that are all him, while the MCU is going with the multiversal explanation in the comics. Each version is either a younger or older version of Kang. For example, Iron Lad is him as a teen and Immortus is him when he's much older. While they are known for constantly scrabbling and fighting, Kang could almost certainly enlist their help against a threat like Thanos, especially Immortus, who would cease existing if his younger self was killed. One Kang is hard enough to deal with, but a bunch that could be the key to beating Thanos. Who do you think would win this fight, Kang or Thanos? Comment below with your thoughts on Thanos vs. Kang. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel to see more entertaining videos.